to be joined by Carl the Cobra Froch today. We're going to talk all things boxing. How's things, Carl? All right? Yeah?
All good, mate. Yeah, very good.
Katie Taylor at the weekend beat Amanda Serrano for the third time. Did you catch it?
Katie Taylor, Serrano again, yeah, for the third time. Yeah, I did catch it. Thought it was a good fight, enjoyed it. Again, it started off slow, but then it picked up and ended up being a similar fight to the first two. I actually thought Amanda Serrano won the second fight. Thought she won it quite clearly as well, but Katie Taylor got the decision. Yep. Would have been nice if it was 1-1, and then you've got the trilogy,
yeah,
because you've got the decider. You know, the third fight, winner takes all. But Katie got the decision. You can't really complain. Judging's judging these days in boxing. But I thought the right woman won this time. Katie Taylor did the job. Yep. Enjoyed the fight. 2-minute rounds I don't think are long enough. I'd like to see 3 minutes for the women, you know. But they do 2-minute rounds for whatever reason. And yeah, it was another entertaining fight. And Katie Taylor, for me, is probably one of the most outstanding female athletes, especially in boxing, of all time. I mean, you've got a couple of other close names, but we'll stick with Katie Taylor. She's just phenomenal.
Would you say she's the best of all time?
Super. I don't know about best of all time, but she's certainly up there. Clarissa Shields is probably joint first. I mean, you can't really pick anybody else to say that the all-time female boxer, because she's so outstanding in what she's achieved, amateur and professional. And I think now it's probably time to hang up the gloves. But you never know, if there's big money waiting for another fight. Yeah. You might see her again, but no, great fight, outstanding.
You could say now, 39 years old now, so
yeah, exactly.
Probably, you may as well just call it that, and you have to do it.
I think so. Yeah. I think she's done well. She made plenty of money, and I feel like she's really dragging the performances out of her now at 39, really having to work hard. And you need to enjoy life and settle down and give your body a rest at some stage. And I think if you're not going to do that before your 40th birthday, when are you going to do it?
Yeah. Do you think they should do more of the all-women boxing? Do you think it was quite good when every fight was...
Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah. Because it puts a spotlight on them a bit, doesn't it? You know, instead of being on an undercard or whatever, they have to do if they're, like, say, for Dubois, Usyk this weekend, you know, they'd rather have their own show, I think, than...
Yeah, there was an all-female card previously, I can't remember which it was, a couple of years ago, and it went down well. But yeah, I don't see anything against that, but they don't want to say women boxing or men's boxing, do they? They just want to say boxing. Yeah. So to have it all women's, it's like, well, you know what I mean? Why separate it? So just to have a really good female bout on a mixed card, I think that makes more sense to me, rather than saying this is an all-female card. Yeah. You know what I mean? It'd be like saying we'll have Pride Month. You know what I mean? Just have a whole month for Pride. Yeah. Why? Just have a day. Fathers only get one day, don't they?
Yeah. So Pride should be the same. Yeah. And Hamza Shiraz as well. He bounced back, didn't he, from that draw with what's his name, Carlos Adames, with a big knockout win.
Good fight, mate. I mean, Canelo Alvarez couldn't get Adames out of there. He dropped him, but couldn't get him out of there. Hamza Shiraz, tall kid for his weight division, good looking, speaks well. He's got the future at his feet. I mean, he can do what he wants now, as in he can just excel and just go up and become a household name. He's got the backing of Turki Al-Sheikh as well. I think he's an ambassador for Riyadh season. So he's in a really, really good spot. And that win against Carlos Adames. Was it Carlos Adames? He fought him last time, didn't he? No, it was...
the draw was Carlos Adames and then Edgar Berlanga.
Yeah, it was Berlanga, his last fight, of course it was.
Yeah.
So the Berlanga fight, that's a great win for him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it puts him right there now on the forefront of world level contention. So hopefully he can move forward with that. He's young enough, and I think he'll be a great ambassador for boxing.
Who do you think next then for Hamza Shiraz?
I'm not sure who he takes on, because you still have to be careful with him, and I feel like he needs to potentially move up to super middleweight, and if he does, there's no reason why he can't take on Canelo Alvarez, but I just feel like that'd be a step too far. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather see him sort of sit back and take his time. Now he's where he is, have a couple of steadied defences, make a bit of money, get his name out there a bit more before stepping up with someone like a Canelo. I mean, you've got Benavidez, who's a big name, who never got the Canelo fight. Someone like him would really show himself. Caleb Plant, somebody like that. Yeah. Interesting fights, but sometimes even when you get there, you don't know if you're ready for the world title. I beat Jean Pascal for my first world title. Okay, yeah. And then you think to yourself, are you ready for a big fight? I jumped straight in there with Jermaine Taylor in my first defence. Then I signed the Super 6 tournament, and it was Mikhail Kessler, Andre Ward, Andre Durrell. It was like all the killers in the division. Sometimes if you go in the deep end, it's sink or swim. But if you're managing somebody and you know there's a lot of money to be earned and you can take your time with somebody, you pick and choose your route. And I think with Shiraz, just take your time with him a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's certainly a talent.
You mentioned Canelo. You spoke to him, didn't you, in Riyadh? Was it Riyadh a couple of...
I did, yeah. On the best channel in the business, Froch on Fighting.
Yeah. Don't forget, subscribe. Did you have a good chat with him though? Was it all right?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, there's a bit of a language barrier.
Yeah, I thought about it.
And when you do these press tours, you get 8 minutes. 8 minutes you've got. 8 minutes. Who's got the stopwatch? It's
all the time in the world, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a bit of a language barrier. He understands English. He can speak it pretty good as well. But when you're asking him who's the biggest knobhead in boxing, you don't know what knobhead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It makes it difficult. But I had a good chat with him.
Yeah.
He's a cool cat.
What do you think about the fight with Terence Crawford?
I think it's a great fight. It's really interesting, intriguing because Crawford's so good, so talented, unbeaten, the box of tricks. I thought the Errol Spence fight would have been close and he absolutely demolished him. But I just think he's out of his weight division. Well, he is out of his weight division. 2 or 3 weight divisions is coming up.
Yeah.
And I just don't see how a welterweight can step up to super middleweight, especially a super middleweight who's been up at light heavyweight. I don't see how he can do that and perform for longer than 4, 5, maybe 6 rounds.
Really, yeah.
I just think the weight will get to him. I used to spar with welterweights.
Okay.
And they're good for a round or two because they're quicker than you. When they're skillful and fast, they've got you on the end of the jab, they're catching you with shots. But the minute you get pissed off and just close that distance a little bit, start to lean on them, start to wrap them around the body and bring it back upstairs, it's almost like the fight's over. It's like you can just bully somebody. There's weight divisions in boxing for a reason.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, and in some of the divisions, there's only 4 or 5 pounds between the divisions. This is Terence Crawford coming up 3 weight divisions, coming up from 147 all the way up to 168, super middleweight, against a guy who's established at super middleweight, undisputed king, and he's won titles at light heavyweight as well.
He's got a lot to prove, and
he's got a massive
What advice would you
and
give
he's the
to
older
Terence?
fighter, Crawford. He's 38, 39 years old. I know Canelo's got more miles on the clock, so over 65. But he's not a young man, Terence Crawford. So it's outstanding what he's doing. I don't like to say it, but he might be cashing out. He might be thinking big fight with Crawford, with Canelo, big cash out fight. And if you can just stay in there and make it close, maybe you'll get 2 out of it. But we'll see, because if Crawford goes in there and outboxes and demolishes Canelo, I'll be amazed. So I'm making Canelo a massive favourite for that one.
Canelo a massive favourite, yeah?
I'm making him a massive favourite purely on the size. I know what it's like to spar welterweights. I've sparred Kell Brook and the likes, and he was a good fighter. And like I said, 2 or 3 rounds, you're having a little boxing match, you're enjoying it, whatever, you're not enjoying it because you're getting outboxed. They're too quick for you. But the minute you close the distance, just get a bit closer to them and start whacking and then body shots, and then start teeing off with the right hand. It's almost like you're bullying them. Yeah. And I can see Canelo bullying Crawford.
Do you have any advice?
I can't see anybody bullying Crawford in my head because he's so good. Yeah. So that's why it's so intriguing.
Because no one's been able to beat him after, so.
No, he's unbeaten.
Yeah, so.
Unbeaten, undisputed. 2, 3 weight world champ is an outstanding fight. Probably one of the best in the world. Usyk's gone down as
he said that, didn't he? That
best fighter in the world. I mean, he is very, very good.
Yeah.
Quality, class, up there with a New and the best of the best to ever do it. So we'll see against Canelo.
Yeah. Usyk said that he'd beat you, didn't he, over 12 rounds?
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that.
Did you agree, or did you have to buy
I couldn't argue really, because his amateur career was outstanding. Yeah. And he's undisputed cruiserweight king. Stepped up to heavyweight, fucking demolished everybody. Yeah. El Sparko, most of them, didn't he, at cruiserweight. So, yeah, I'll take that off.
Sometimes you just got to bite your tongue and you just let him say it. Obviously, fight week as well now, so was it 3 or 4 days to go? Was it Wednesday now? So
a couple of days. We've got the big fight.
What's your final
rematch
thoughts? I know you're in Usyk's side, aren't you, for it? But
yeah, Usyk Dubois is a good fight. I'm looking forward to it, and it's another one where I would expect Usyk to get in there and just do what Usyk does, which is fast hands, light on his feet, good head movement, good movement, no straight lines, just sort of dominating the ring, just picking and choosing his spots, and sort of just putting on a performance where he just outclasses Dubois. But the flip side to that is Dubois had 3 good wins since losing to Usyk. I say good wins. He beat Jarrell Miller, he beat Hrgovic, absolutely fucking flattened Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, that was great.
Which we saw, and they're 3 good wins, which makes him confident. It sort of makes him a bona fide world champion because he was kind of gifted the IBF title. He got elevated to IBF, when the title become vacant, didn't it? Because it gets fragmented when Usyk had it. They took his belt off him. I think that was an Eddie Hearn move, and that gave the title there, and then that gave AJ the chance to fight Dubois for the IBF title. Politics in boxing. And if AJ would have beat Dubois, AJ could have said he was a 3-time world champ. Yeah, but that was a mountain far too high for AJ to climb because he got fucking splattered, didn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
And Dubois became, in many people's eyes, a bona fide world champ because he beat somebody who was a world champ, beat AJ in style. The rematch with Usyk.
Got the confidence in he though, Dubois.
He's coming in with confidence. The problem is Usyk won't get hit with a shot. He always sees the shots coming because he's so good. His reflexes, his hand-to-eye coordination. So if a shot hits him, he's half seen it. He'll catch it late and he'll roll it or he'll slip it. Nothing ever hits him flush on the chin. And he's fucking gone. He got it low in that first fight. Made a meal of it. The referee said no knockdown. Take your time. So he took the 4.5, 5 minutes.
Yeah, it helped him.
Gamemanship. If you've actually been hit low, whether it's in the stomach or the scrotum or wherever around that area and it's hurting you, take the 5 minutes, have a breather. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that would have been the same situation with the referee if it was in London the first time? Do you think they would have stopped it for 5 minutes, or would it
depends on the referee. Some referees, you don't know what's going on in their head.
Yeah.
What I do know is if the referee would have started counting, he'd have got up and carried on.
Really, yeah.
It wouldn't have made any fucking difference, would it? You know what I mean? So everyone's saying, oh, he was down 4.5 minutes. You've got Frank Warren bitching and moaning about, oh, this fight. He won the fight, Dubois. He didn't win the fight.
No, he didn't.
He got stopped. You know what I mean? He got forced to quit.
Yeah.
Because he was under that much pressure. He got hit with a fucking jab, went down on one knee and stayed down until the referee counted to 9. Then he decided to jump up and got stopped. So they're the facts. And if the referee would have started counting when Usyk got hit low, Usyk would have grabbed himself off the floor, sucked it up and got on with it. And still done the job. But the referee said no knockdown, low blow, which was correct because it was on the protector. Yeah. And it is what it is. He went on to stop him, and I think he'll do the same in this fight. I think Usyk will be too much for him. Too much hand speed, too much skill, too much ability and talent. Even though he's getting old, I just think after round 5, 6, Daniel Dubois' chance goes. Okay. Chance to land something big and stay on him. So his chance is early, and he needs to go for it early.
It was the fifth round, wasn't it, against AJ? So you'd probably say after the 5th, 6th round, it's all Usyk.
Because all fighters, no matter how fit and strong you are and how much training you've done, after about 4 or 5 rounds, you get a bit flat-footed and you start to settle into the fight. But your energy levels and that nervous energy at the beginning's gone, and you just settle down into the fight, and everything becomes a little bit slower. And then the fighter who's going to excel usually takes over. Unless, I mean, Dubois is massive.
Yeah, he's a big lump. Looks like he's trimmed down a bit as well, I thought.
Yeah, he needs to be lighter to try and beat him. Because he'll always punch hard. Even if he loses 12 pounds, he'll still punch hard. And he'll be able to manoeuvre himself around a bit more, take that weight off his legs a little bit, and give himself more of a chance to box a little bit. But I think, personally, tactics need to be get on Usyk early.
Yeah, so that jump on him. So if you had a device, you'd say just try and
make it a 6-round fight. Yeah. Don't make this a 12-round fight. Because after round 6, 7, you're going to get outboxed by this far superior athlete and skill-wise. I mean, talent. Look at what Usyk's done as an amateur. Over 300 fights. Lost a handful, avenged them. Olympic champions. He's 2 times Olympic champion. Did he win 2 Olympic gold medals? There's one, I think he might.
Yeah, definitely, at least one.
And then cruiserweight, undisputed. Heavyweight, steps up to heavyweight. Then there's 2 people to do that, David Hay and Evander Holyfield. Holyfield smashed it. David Hay did well. He won a world title. But for him to step up to heavyweight from cruiserweight, and he's not a big cruiserweight. He's not massive. These guys, AJ and Fury, they've got 6 inches height, 6 inches reach, about 2 or 3 stone fucking weight advantage. So this little guy, Usyk, I'm saying little guy because he's like 6'2", 6'3". He's not much bigger than me when I interviewed him. I'm looking at him thinking, because when I stand next to Tyson Fury, I'm seeing him thinking, fucking hell. And Klitschko, I did Klitschko a few years ago. Vladimir Klitschko, I was thinking, what a fucking beast. Yeah. Man mountain, imagine copping a right hand off him. But with Usyk, you kind of size him up and think, I can have a spar with him. He'd have to take his time a bit, but I could have but you won't be able to move around with Klitschko or AJ or Fury because they're just too big. So this little guy from the cruiserweight division steps up to heavyweight and just absolutely dominates, and that's because he's so good, so superiorly talented.
It's like when a kid from the year below steps up to the next football team, doing it year above, like just dominating.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, really. Phenomenon. And I just think against Usyk, against Dubois, I think same old. Too much skill and talent. You can't write Dubois off. Big puncher.
Yeah, that's it. He's got big.
He's 38 years old now. Usyk might get old overnight. It can happen. I don't see it happening. I've not seen any signs of him fading. But
you think Dubois could try and like, rough him up a bit? You know, a bit like Evander.
He should do. Yeah. Should lean on him.
Get in his head. See what his mentality.
Lean on him. Drop the nut in.
Yeah,
It's him low on the blind side of the ref. Dirty. Whatever goes.
I can't wait for it. It's going to be good though.
Be great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And so that's what your final prediction, Usyk decision, or?
I think Usyk by late stoppage.
Late stoppage.
Or points, yeah.
Okay.
It could force a stoppage late on because he'll take his heart away. If he keeps peppering him with the jab and keeps catching him with that backhand and keeps him under pressure, we've seen it before with Dubois, he falls apart.
Do you think
against Joe Joyce, say he quit, but he did have a fractured eye socket, orbital eye socket was gone. So he probably saved himself there for another day. But the way he took a knee against Usyk in that first one, and then stood up when the ref got to 9. If that's not quitting, I don't know what is.
No.
Again, saved himself for another day, and he's done himself proud since. But once that's in there, once you've got that mindset of looking for a way out, you know what I mean? As a fighter myself, there's been loads of times I could have had a way out. I ruptured my bicep in round 3 and come off defence. My arm was fucked. My arm was hanging, and I carried on with the fight. I broke my hand in round 2 against Brian McGee. You know what I mean? Perforated eardrums are no big deal. People make a big deal. It just makes the sound a bit funny, makes your balance go a little bit. But broken jaw, broken nose, fucking eye gone. Round 7, round 8 against Mikhail Kessler. My hand was fucked. My jaw was totally fucked. And you've got to fight, man. You've got to keep going.
Yeah,
as soon as you stop fighting and start saying, oh, I'm injured, I'm hurt, my hand's hurting, then that's the fight over and you've lost. You know what I mean? The way I look at it is you can be training for another fight like I was when my first world title fight and get a fractured rib in training on your last spar and you're fighting in a week. Do you pull out with a fractured rib or do you just suck it up and get in the ring with your broken rib and just say to yourself, you know what, fuck it, I've got a broken rib.
If Usyk wins, do you think he's going to retire after that? Or do you think
he's told me he's only having one more after that, so I don't think he'll retire. Do you think he'll
accept Fury's third
It says 2 more fights, including this one.
Okay.
So it depends what Fury does.
Why
beat Fury twice. Why does Fury deserve a shot? He doesn't.
Why should he have a third one?
I don't think he should.
No. So do you think that Fury, why is he not calling out AJ? Why is he going for Usyk again? I can't understand.
Because everyone wants AJ and Fury can be a right prick sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Whatever people want him to do, he'll do the opposite. Because he's got this fucking superiority complex.
Yeah.
And he just thinks that everybody's fucking waiting for him. And everyone cares when actually people now don't really give a shit. You've retired 5 times, no one's bothered.
They're past that now, aren't they?
You're going to come back and fight Usyk. We don't deserve to fight Usyk.
No.
Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker deserves a shot at Usyk and a payday. You've had your 2 bites at the sherry and you got beat fucking twice. So, go away basically.
Yeah. Another one that wants AJ is Jake Paul, doesn't he? He reckons he wants to fight AJ.
Fake Paul?
Yeah, I know. He reckons Eddie Hearn, there's been some talks about it, apparently Eddie Hearn. Would you give him a puncher's chance against AJ or not?
No. Even though AJ should retire from professional boxing, in my opinion, I think he's had a good career. He's done so much for the sport of boxing, but he's not elite level. You see it when he gets wiped out by that little fat kid from Mexico, and then he gets outclassed twice, do you know what I mean? And he gets fucking wiped out by Daniel Dubois when he's still learning and developing Dubois. You just got to say to yourself, right, getting your fucking head caved in isn't healthy. You've got 150 million quid in the bank. Why do you need another 20 million quid that you're not going to spend? It's graveyard money.
Yeah.
And you could end up in a wheelchair.
Can't take
That's
it
the
with
harsh
you,
reality of boxing. You can get brain damage, one punch. And if you're getting spar code and you're landing on your head and trying to get up and doing a break dance, trying to get up, you know you're in serious fucking trouble. So why do you want to then get more damage to the brain, potentially, when you've already made your money? We're prize fighters, we fight for money. When I was an amateur, you do it for free because you enjoy it and you love it. When I turned pro, I still enjoyed it and loved it. But bottom line is, what am I getting paid? How much am I earning? Do you know what I mean? Because I want to sort my kids out and I want to have a nice life and I want to have a future. But you can't enjoy your future and your nice life if you're in a hospital bed or in a wheelchair. Of course not. And that's the harsh reality of professional boxing. So for me, Anthony Joshua now gets ironed out.
By
you know what I mean? By most people who can punch
Tyson
a lot of
Fury
heavyweights. I think Fury will run rings round him.
Yeah.
He'll absolutely obliterate him mentally before he gets in the ring. And then he'll just pepper him. Because Tyson Fury's not a massive puncher.
No.
But he'll bust him up and probably stop him.
Yeah.
I think it's a mismatch.
I think AJ's probably lost his confidence as well after getting sparked.
Not massively. He had no confidence when he got done by Ruiz.
Yeah.
And he scrambled himself back in the rematch, just ran and shit himself for 12 rounds, got the titles back, Then he's fought no one.
Yeah.
No one got in the ring and tried to win. Between Elenius and Otto Wallin and was it Franklin? And as soon as he jumped in with someone with a pulse, Dubois, he got finished off. So I just think, just leave it alone now. But he's got Eddie Hearn and his team around him thinking of the money. There's a lot of money on the table, but they're not getting punched in the face, are they?
No.
So I think AJ should retire. I said it before, and I'll continue to say it because he's done so much for the sport. He's been a great ambassador for boxing. He's brought boxing back into the public eye. But don't finish your career now getting fucking flattened.
No, there's no point.
Maybe that last fight where he got flattened is bugging him. Maybe he needs to. So maybe take a Joseph Parker or someone. Someone thinks, because pointless jumping in there with somebody like Dillian White.
Yeah, because he's just enough in fight.
If he jumps in with Moses Atoma, he'll get stretched.
Yeah.
You can't even say he beats. Who's the white collar kid? I fucking know what's his name.
Couldn't tell you.
You couldn't, could you?
No.
Forget that one.
Yeah.
Fabio Wardley.
Ah, yeah.
I think Fabio Wardley's dangerous. He can punch.
Yeah, he won again the other week, didn't he? Was it? Or was it?
Yeah. So if you put him on Fabio Wardley, you'd expect the white collar fighter who's turned pro to not really have a chance with someone at that level, but because he can punch hard, knocked out every one of his opponents. Every one of his wins is a knockout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't really risk AJ with anyone who can punch hard. So where do you go with AJ if you're managing him? You're literally waiting for Tyson Fury to come out of retirement. Yeah. And the longer he waits, the probably better it is for AJ. Because Fury pounds on the pounds, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He puts weight on, and to get the weight off, and it slows him down. But that's the only one for AJ, Fury fight. And that's Phil's Wembley. And it's an interesting fight. And
if it's not, if Fury's not going to fight AJ, it could be Usyk again. Do you think he would have a chance of beating him for a third time? Because Usyk's obviously not getting any younger, is he?
Oh, AJ?
No, I'm on about Fury. Do you think he could beat him in the third fight?
No.
Or no chance? No.
I don't get this fucking let's fight again and let's keep fighting and fighting and fighting until eventually you win. Do you know what I mean? It's like, where's it? The trilogy for me is
1-1.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You win the first one, you lose the second one. They're both good fights. Let's have a best of three. Like a good old-fashioned, passionate game of pool. Yeah. And then have a scrap after if you lose. You're pissed off. But when it's 2-0, it's 2-0. That's it. You've done him twice. We've seen it twice. 24 rounds. Between them, they probably won 6-7 rounds each at the most.
Do you think it'll be 2-0 if Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. In there?
Chris Eubank Jr. is getting old, isn't he? I say getting old, but he's towards the end of his career, 36, 37, I think he is. Coming down to 160, which is probably his right weight, but just not a happy weight for him. You've got to give Conor Benn a chance in the rematch.
Does the rematch interest you at all? Or?
I've already seen it.
Yeah.
The father's legacy, the name was on the line. We've now found out that Eubank's beat Ben. Chris Eubank beat Conor Benn. Do I want to see it again? Not really. Will I watch it? Yes. You know what I mean? Is it as big as the first one? No chance. It's not going to be built up like that. Getting slapped around the face with an egg, coming out as a villain with a failed drugs test, and then all that. Now it's like, you've seen the fight. Conor Benn did himself real proud. Eubank Jr. won fair and square in a close fight, but he pulled away at the end. That's it. We've got our result. We've got our winner. Again, the promoters, the greed. There's another one here. We'll get 2 out of this. Yeah. And if Conor Benn wins the second one, we'll get 3.
Yeah, and then
you know what I mean? They're all knocking one out in the office, looking at the figures.
Yeah.
It's the fighters doing the job. So, luckily the fighters get paid well. But yeah, I'll watch the second one, but I'm not overhyped about it. I'm not excited like the first one. The first one was really good. Yeah. Really exciting. Wanted to see it. Yeah. But the rematch.
Conor said to you, didn't he, that he didn't watch the fight back.
Yeah.
But he'd also said before that he had watched it back. What do you think is going through his head? Do you think
maybe he's watched highlights, maybe he's pissed off because he lost, and maybe he's like forgetting what he said. But
yeah,
I've watched a couple of my fights back. But when you've boxed, you remember the fight, and then there's certain rounds you don't remember. If you get clipped on the chin, you have amnesia. So sometimes you have to watch the fight back just to know what you did. But most of the time, you can almost remember every punch that hits you and hurts you. When I fought Robin Reed, I can remember hitting me in round 5 with an overhand right, hitting me with a body shot in round 3. When I boxed Brian McGee, I dropped him with a body shot in round 1. And all the rest is just on the outside, just a chess match. Put your pawn out there, every now and again, send in your bishop, see if it lands. And every now and again, if you've got them on the ropes and they're fucked, send in the big fucking checkmate and the big uppercut on the chin and render them unconscious. It's like a game of chess. And you remember the significant moments of every round. So when you get clipped with a right hand that you've walked into, or you get with a body shot and you have to suck the air up and just stay on your feet and pretend you're not hurt, you just remember the moments. So you don't have to watch the fight back. But when you get flattened in round 3 like I did against Jermaine Taylor, you can't remember a fucking thing for the rest of the week. And you watch the fight back and go, fucking hell, that was a good fight. And you actually forget everything that happened. And the last 2 or 3 rounds, me and Jermaine Taylor were unbelievable. Great fight. Pulled the win out of the bag in the 12th round, in the dying seconds of the 12th round. Can't remember anything. Can't remember fucking anything. So I don't think Conor Benn got hurt in that fight, really. If anyone got hurt, it was Eubank. He got hit in round 3, he got clipped with a left hook. So Conor Benn probably don't need to watch the fight again. He probably has watched it, but pride's fucking getting him. He didn't want to lose, did he?
Yeah, not at all. Just on to the weekend again, Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm not really interested. Pacquiao, what is he, 47?
Yeah.
He could beat Barrios.
Do you think he'll win?
I don't know if he'll win or not. I don't know if I think he'll win. I think he can win.
Yeah.
But at 47, who knows? And who cares? When you've had the career he's had, 4-weight world champ, unbelievable fight, fucking 70-odd fights as a pro.
Politician as well, what's he doing?
I don't get it. Surely he's not run out of money because he made a fortune.
That's what people are asking, isn't it?
Maybe he just loves it. Loves the sport, wants to fight on, wants to keep going. But for me, not really bothered.
No. Do you think Ricky Hatton might have run out of money as well? That's why he's coming back. Why is he fighting then?
Who did he fight? He fought Pereira, didn't he? And who else did he fight?
Who else did? I don't know.
A lot of these guys, they miss the sport, they miss the accolade, and they miss that adrenaline. And when they finish boxing, they feel like they're not doing anything, they feel insignificant. Maybe they've got no... They go from being really famous, especially Hatton, selling out. I mean, he took more people to Wembley then, to Vegas, than anyone's ever done it as a travelling boxer. He brought like 30-odd thousand people travelled to see him fight. And he was just massive news, big name. And once you retire, that goes away. And depending on how egotistical you are, or depending on how much of a star you actually want to be and how famous you want to be, depends on whether or not you feel like you need to get back in the ring again. I suppose I'm getting my fix now from the YouTube channel, if that's what I was looking for, but I'm not. I'm enjoying giving my opinion in boxing because I could no longer do it on the mainstream broadcasters. I was working for Sky Sports, but I'm too opinionited. I can't be controlled. Tell me what to say, I'll tell you to fuck off.
That's
you know what I mean? Tell me to put a rainbow badge on, I'll say poke up your arse. You know what I mean? I don't want to go along with any political narrative.
No, of course not.
So I do my own thing.
And you won't be able to do that if you was on mainstream TV, like you say.
You can't do it because the broadcasters want to tell you pretty much, they want to guide you, give you a narrative
and it's not proper, is it? It's not real.
Now, what's funny now is they bring my name up in the production meetings. They say, Carl Froch has said this, and he's always right. So let's go around that, but don't go against it. So it's brilliant. I get all the feedback from the broadcasters now when they sit down in pre-fight production meetings. Right, what's Carl Froch said? Right, he said this. He gets the most views on his channel. Most people listen to him. He's got a massive following. And it's nice for me it's a nice feeling to be still respected and still have a voice within boxing when I actually almost got cancelled, if you like. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear your opinion because it doesn't go along with our narrative. So therefore, we won't use you anymore. So you don't get sacked, you get cancelled. And I'm saying, hang on a minute, I ain't going fucking nowhere because you can take the job off me, but you'll never take these off me, you'll never take this off me.
No. And
here I am, fucking flying. Do you know what I mean? The truth shall set you free, as they say.
Yeah, that's what they say. And Campbell as well, Ricky's son, he just retired, didn't he?
Who's that? Campbell Hatton. He ain't quite got it because he never boxed as an amateur. He never had that pedigree. And it's difficult boxing. If you've not got that muscle memory from a kid, then it's hard to develop when you get older.
Do you think he should have achieved more though, being Ricky Hatton's son?
No, because he never boxed as a kid.
Really? Okay,
yeah. It don't matter. It's not, the DNA is not passed down in fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The genetics of the mindset and maybe the toughness and the physicalities of it are passed down, but the skill set has to be downloaded and programmed into your brain, and that can only be done by the 10,000 hours. You know what I mean? If you want to learn to play a guitar, do your 10,000 hours, you'll play the guitar. If you want to learn a language, do the 10,000 hours, you'll be able to speak Spanish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it is. And learn these skills as an adult. There's a few fighters that have done it. Bernard Hopkins didn't start fighting until he was 19. Okay. He was multiple world champion, multiple weight world champion, top fighter. There's not many fighters you can look at and say, when did he start? Did he start after his teenage years and still manage to achieve heights within boxing? There's not many fighters that did. And Campbell Hatton never boxed when he was a kid because his dad didn't want him to fight. Same way Chris Eubank Jr. His dad didn't want him to fight. Same as Conor Benn. And that's why Conor Benn and Chris Eubank, they're limited in what they can do. Their fight was good because it was two, sort of, without giving them stick, it was two mediocre fighters coming together and putting on a great fight because the fight was close. But there's no world champions looking at them two fighters thinking, oh fucking hell, I don't want to fight them, they're good.
Yeah.
Because they're not good enough to dominate a world level in a competitive division. But I'm not saying they can't go on and win a world title. But to be good at any sport, you've got to do it when you're a kid. So I got my son swinging a golf club at 5 years old. He was swinging the golf club from 5 to about 11, 12, and then he couldn't be arsed with it. So I left him alone. And now he's back in it, 13, 14, 15. Now he's playing off pretty much single figures at 15. So if he wants to have a career in golf when he's older, when he's 16, 17, 18, and he's hanging around with birds, hanging around with women, if he still wants to play golf, he could potentially do something with golf and make some money out of it.
Does he box as well or not?
He's boxed, yeah, he's had a fight already, he boxed, and he still hits the bag, still trains me, but he won't compete.
No, would you want him to compete or not? No. A bit like Ricky didn't want.
You've got to have the right mindset and you've got to have the right upbringing, you've got to come through a bit of adversity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My mum and dad split up when I was 6 years old. I had a big brother beating me up. I was at a rough school. Yeah. And my old man was in and out of prison. And it was just rough and hard. And from a very young age, I learned to become self-sufficient. Took a few pastings, had a few street fights. And then from 15 years old, I grew up in pubs. So I was playing pool, having fights with blokes outside, getting filled in a couple of times. You know what I mean? Got my big brother helping me out. And I was just a rough kid. I was out on motorbikes, I was hanging around gypsy sites in Newark. I lived in Newark for a couple of years, a pub in Newark.
Being a nuisance.
Just being a young lad and just rough and scrapping and boxing as well. But I boxed from when I was 8 right up until I was 15. And I didn't box for 4 years. I had a 4-year gap, totally forgot how to box, totally wasn't interested. And then when I got back into it at 19, I could still fight. Could still fight. I was street fighting from 15 to 19 in pubs. But because I got that muscle memory from a kid, 50 odd amateur fights as a schoolboy, you get back in there at 19, you can still throw the jab, you can still throw the right, and you can still slip shots. Yeah, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah, never.
So when I started back at 19, I wasn't starting fresh. I was picking up where I left off. Won 2 ABA titles, won a medal for the World Championships, turned pro, and won 4 world titles from 19. I didn't turn pro till I was 25. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, talk about Campbell Hatton, this is a big question, wasn't it? It went on for a while, didn't it? But Campbell Hatton hasn't got the pedigree. He's not boxed as a kid. Yeah. So, I'm not surprised that he's not been able to excel as a professional. And he's done the right thing, retired, because it's a hurt game. It's not tennis, 3 sets to love if you lose bad. It's not 5-0 football.
It can have a damaging effect on
go to hospital and get your fucking head checked. You know what I mean? So, he's done the right thing.
Well, just one more on... Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen have been training together the last couple of weeks. Like,
it's nice to see, isn't it?
Is it nice to see, or do you think that's bad? I think training with a rival.
Yeah, but he's not fighting him again, is he?
No.
He's not fighting him again, so that's fine. I think that if they're going to fight again, it's weird. They're fighting each other.
Yeah, but would Dave Allen be the right person to try and learn off if you're Johnny Fisher?
Well, he knocked him out, didn't he? Fucked him up.
Yeah, he did.
Banjoed him. So he obviously knows something he don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Dave Allen's not a bad little fighter. He's never really reached his full potential because he never took the training seriously. And now he's doing well. It's a strange matchup. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice that people can understand that we can get in there, punch each other in the face, get out and still be really good mates. I keep in touch with Michael Kessler. He's in Denmark.
Okay. Well, I was just going to ask, because would you go and do a few sessions with George Groves after you fought him? Or?
I would do, yeah. If he asked me for his help, I'd probably go, because I was working for Sky.
You probably needed
to go but he was too proud. The pride would have done him. And that's probably what would have done. I wouldn't have asked Andre Ward for some help after he outpointed me. Yeah. Because I just think, prick. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's the mindset. But if Dave Allen and Johnny Fisher are getting on, and Fisher respects him because he's got El Sparko by him, then why not go and get some tips off him? He might learn something.
And do you think he can ever bounce back really, like the next year or so, Johnny Fisher, or do you think he's going to take some time to get over that?
Again, he never boxed as a kid, did he? He's got no amateur pedigree.
He's a rugby player, isn't he? No, boxer.
He's going to always be very limited. I think if Johnny Fisher wins a British title, he would have overachieved. He'd have done really well, Okay. If he wins a British title, I'd say get that Lord Lonsdale belt, defend it 3 times, win it outright, and make that your realistic goal. And timing's always a factor with heavyweight boxing. So it depends who's around at the time. You know what I mean?
You can't wait around for too long, can you?
No, but like Moses Atuma, I mean, he could fight for a British title.
Yeah, he's
insane
kid.
You would never put Johnny Fisher in with someone like him.
No, and there was talks of that, wasn't there, as well?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's
get carried away.
Complete mismatch.
Yeah, you get carried away. Johnny Fisher's, he is what he is, and he's a novice professional who's just been banjoed. And when you get banjoed, every time you fight, you leave a bit, you're in the ring, you lose something.
Yeah.
So you slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? Something mentally goes, but you grow as well because you get wiser, you get a bit more wisdom as you get older, and more experience helps you. But when you get beat up and you lose a fight, you know what I mean? It takes you down. Mentally, it takes you down, and you realise you can be beat, you realise you're not invincible. I was good when I lost my first fight against Kessler. I was WBC world champ.
Well, you bounced back, didn't you? And
bounced back in my very next fight, won the title.
Yeah.
Kessler retired after the fight, and it was a very close fight. I've only ever lost on points. I lost to Kessler on points in a close fight that could have gone either way, and I avenged the loss by beating him in a rematch, quite clearly. The only other guy I've not beaten is Andre Ward, and he beat me on points in a 12-round split decision. It was like a close fight. A lot of people say it was an outclass job, and maybe it was. Maybe the scorecards were wrong. But bottom line is, I lost the fight on points. I climbed out the ring and went, what a load of shit that was. I feel like I've been pickpocketed. I don't even feel like I've been in a fight. Guy was too quick, he was holding, he was ducking low.
Yeah.
So I go back to the changing rooms, get changed, get sorted out, go out for something to eat and bitch and moan about the fight for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then get back
But
in.
you don't go to hospital and have a brain scan. You've not been rendered unconscious, you've not been fucking battered. I've never been beat up in my life.
No.
Never been beat up in my life, especially not in the fucking boxing ring. I may have had 5 or 6 people filling me in for moments, but I've never gone fucking down and stayed down on the street or in the boxing ring. So I don't know what it's like to get beat up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to get beat up like AJ and like Johnny Fisher got flattened, and I know the heavyweights and it's a bit different.
Of course.
Because they get hit with big heavy shots that can fucking switch off the lights. But I don't know how that feels. Don't know what it does to you, but you see what it does to fighters when they come back in the next fight and they're tentative, they don't want to throw a jab because they're walking to the right hand. When they're getting close to shutting their eyes, the guards up, they're looking at the floor, they're pulling away, they've got no confidence. Look at AJ early on in his career, when he got clipped by Dillian White, then he fights back with tenacity and he's not bothered, his chin's in the air and he's just letting the shots go. That kind of, it's dangerous, but it shows that you've got that heart and soul still, you've still got love for the sport and you've still got that desire to be a winner. Once you get fucking wiped out, you see them come back with the tail between their legs, like a whipped dog, and they're cautious. And when you're fighting like that, it's dangerous because you're on your back foot. You've got no momentum, no forward momentum, and you end up walking into shots, or you end up giving a guy too much respect, and you just get beat up. So I just think with boxing, when you get flattened, you need to think about where you're at. We're talking about Johnny Fisher. I think the British title is a good level for him.
Okay,
if he can achieve the Lonsdale belt, that'd be a massive achievement.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there.